Hi Pisces, it's your honest homegirl Keisha Unique, and this is your intuitive timeless reading. So when you see this reading is for you. Take what resonates, what doesn't, leave for another healing homie. With that said, how I do your readings, I do your intuitive message first, and then we get into your honest talking tarot session. So Pisces, check this out. The whole time I was watching this show on Netflix called From Scratch, I don't know why I kept thinking about your energy. For some of you guys, I send my condolences out if you've lost a spouse, a lover, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, in any way, shape, or form, whether it was due to separation and divorce, breakup, death, whatever. I do send my condolences because I feel like you may have felt like that person was the love of your life. For many of you guys, you were in an interracial couple, okay? Some of you guys may have even been in a long-term relationship to where you guys may have had children together, adopted children with each other. But it's like it ended in such a beautiful way of you know, healing at the end of it all, at the end of the journey, understanding why it happened. And now it's like you're starting over from scratch. Many of you, this doesn't have to be with a love situation. This could be with a career. This could be with a regular job, your business, your belief system, whatever it is that you're starting from scratch from, that Spirit's making you start all over from. This could even be with your finances, your friend circle, your coworkers, whatever it is. It's like it's the energy of having to start from scratch again, okay? And doing things the organic way, not any other way, not, you know, trying to get over or skip ahead or skip a couple steps. No, you're organically starting over. You're starting from scratch. And this is something that is karmically meant to happen for you. It's fated for this to happen to you, okay? A lot of you guys could have a lot of restless nights at this time, okay? Or just needing to rest because you've been thinking about a lot and it's overwhelming, okay? And it's time for you to just put everything out on the table, speak your truth, release it so that you can start over, okay? Because I do feel like you have a tendency of making other people's problems your problems as well, and making it seem like you have to work harder than you really do. Sometimes you need to rest and receive, okay? And repeat. Rest, receive, and repeat. All right. And the thing is, you also have to keep your faith. You also have to stay optimistic about your dreams coming true, because it's like for some of you, you're ready to give up and your dreams are like literally right there. And it's like when they say in the Bible, you have to have that mustard seed of faith. Like you literally have to have that little mustard seed of faith, knowing that things are going to work out for you. For many of you guys, when it came to relationships and you ending something, it could have been due to cheating. And the thing is, for some reason, I feel like it was more so on your part this time, because it's like you sat there and dealt with so many cheaters that the person that you ended up with, you know, was the love of your life, and you turned around and cheated on them, not realizing that that person was your person or something like that. I don't know. That may be for one or two of you guys out there. But it's like because you've been cheated on before, you started to become the cheater. Many of you guys, you have a lot of ancestral healing to do, meaning there's a lot of generational curses that you may need to break. Some of you guys may have always watched your family members get cheated on, or you always watched your family members cheat on people and you thought it was okay. You thought it was normal. Like this is what you do in relationships and people forgive and forget. And that may not have been the case. Maybe that was a hard pill that you had to swallow, a hard lesson that you had to learn with someone. Take it how it resonates, whether you were the one that was doing the cheating or the other person was doing the cheating. Either way, that was your intuitive message so far, Pisces. And if that has resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your homegirl really appreciates the support. And let's get into your honest talking tarot session. So Pisces, let's look at what you need to be self-aware of. Spirit, what does Pisces need to be aware of when it comes to themselves? Okay, let's put this down just a little bit so you guys can see the cards. Let's get a card for family and friends. Let's get a card for finances. want to make sure they're not upside down. And if they are, I'll read it in reverse. And love. Yeah, there was a cycle that ended. You guys, like I said, you may have had restless nights because you guys were dealing with a lot of obstacles, a lot of challenges. When it came to, you know, just you and your healing and becoming more aware of yourself with your family and your friends and your finances and your love relationships and stuff like that. So let's get into this. So when it comes to self-awareness, Pisces, you may have had a hard time remembering how, you know, things really went down when you were a child, okay? You could be dealing with childhood traumas at this time. You could have had a lot of challenges growing up, especially if you are a male or you were born male, okay? Many of you guys, you may have difficulties right now with your own son that's a child, and you may see a lot of yourself within them, a lot of the struggle that you had to struggle with within them, okay? Many of you guys, you may have had a lot of obstacles that you had to go through where it was like you were unaware of who you were supposed to be. Many of you right now are going through, you're starting a new cycle. And this 7-year cycle may be a little tough for you, Pisces, because this is some healing that you need to do when it comes to your divine masculine energy within yourself. So it's like whatever, this is like heavy connection towards the energy that you have a relationship with your father. Okay, whether you're male or female, it's the divine masculine energy that was in the prominent divine masculine energy that was in your life as you were growing up from birth up until, I would say, the age of 12, okay? Many of you, it was a challenge, okay? It was definitely, it was hard, okay? You may have gotten involved in, you know, your parents' relationship when that was something that was between the two of them and had nothing to do with you. But because you involved yourself in it, it caused a lot of confliction within yourself. And, you know, as a child, you don't see things from an adult's perspective until you become an adult. And that may be something that you're having, you know, conflict with, where it's like you may have perceived the masculine energy within your family dynamic, that prominent masculine energy, as a certain particular person. And that was because you were looking at things from a child's point of view and not from an adult's point of view, because it's like whatever choices they made those choices from adult's perspective, not from a child's perspective. And you judged from a child's perspective and not from an adult's perspective. And I feel like now that you are at that age where that divine masculine was, you're starting to see the challenges that may have arisen within that divine masculine, and then having to have children and things like that. Like, so I see you seeing things differently. I see you having a hard time letting go of grudges that you may want to hold on to, because it's like it's easier to hold on those grudges than to hold yourself accountable or to accept something that really had happened in your life. Many of you may have been the one that was being judged by this divine masculine, and they made it really hard for you growing up at that particular time in your life. You may have had a hard time bonding with your father, especially maybe the age of 7 was a prominent year within your life where something drastic may have changed within you. But I do feel that a lot of you guys, your inner child is what needs to be worked on, okay? The things that you may have witnessed, or the things that you saw, or the things that you may have had to experience as a child, you know, growing up. It may have been difficult for you, okay? And your inner divine masculine child self is what needs your attention at this time. It's like whatever you needed from the divine masculine in your life, and some of you, like, I can't say your father because a lot of people weren't raised by their dads. They were raised by other people. But whoever the primary divine masculine energy that was in your life growing up as a child, there was something that was lacked. I'm hearing the word empathy. I'm hearing emotional intelligence. So maybe that's something that you needed from your father figure growing up, whether you were male or female, and you did not have that. And that caused a lot of challenges and changes in your life now. And you're starting to see the repeated patterns in your mates that you date. So it's like you have to really ask yourself, what is it that you needed from your father when you were growing up? And it's your time now to give it to yourself now that you're an adult. Now, when it comes to family and friends, Pisces, a lot of you guys could be moving towards a more positive, a more supportive, a more loving friendship circle, family circle, because once you become an adult, your friends and your family are people that you choose, not the ones that you were born into as far as family goes. Some of you, there is a Cancer here, and I see if you're dealing with a Cancer, that's a family member or a friend. I do see them moving towards you and things being great, okay? I see things, you know, running smoothly. Whatever communication you guys may have with one another, it's going to go well. I do see that you may be physically moving. It may be a good idea to move closer to family and friends or move in with family or friends. I do see healing occurring as well, okay? There's healing that's going to bring you and your family and friends circle closer together, Pisces. So I do see there being balance, okay? I do see, but somebody has to make the move. I don't know if you're going to make the move and extend the olive branch, or they may have been trying to extend the olive branch, or they will be extending an olive branch to make things right between you and them. This could literally be, I'm seeing a whole family unit. Like, so I see like a whole family gathering of some sort, and you guys having a great time together. I don't think there's any other holidays coming up, so maybe it's somebody's birthday or maybe around your birthday, or it may take up to Cancer season in the summertime for you guys to collectively get together and there being a positive outcome, because everybody's on different timelines here. Now, when it comes to finances, you're going to forever have what it is that you need. Many of you, Pisces, you may have had to experience having high gains and low lows, like low losses where you lost almost everything and had to start from scratch. And I feel like that is a challenge for you, where you have like this up and down energy of 1 minute I have it all, I'm on top of the world. The next minute I have nothing. The next minute I have it all, then I have nothing. So it's like you have to find a medium where you always have some type of stability and security in your life. You could have learned this from a father figure or masculine energy that was supposed to show structure, providing and protecting energy, and you may not have gotten that from them, or you may not have felt like you gotten that from them. And this is why what you've learned with finances and security and stability and protection and stuff like that, it's like an up and down roller coaster, because that's how it may have felt to you growing up when it came to, you know, this energy providing and protecting, you know, you as a child. So it's like your money is like up and down all the time, up and down all the time. And if you know that this is a constant energy that never changes, where this could also be like a job where it's like you're on for 6 months, you're off for 6 months, you're on for 6 months, you're off for 6 months, you're on for 3 months, you're off for 3 months, like something where it's like seasonal or something like that, but your income is not stable. So it's like you have to build that stability and security, again, going back to this, for yourself. So if you know that work may be slow for a little while and it's not going to pick back up to the summertime, you have to make sure you've saved enough money to pay all your bills, to have money to go out still with your friends. So when you're making a lot of money, you should be saving a lot of money. So when you have these down periods, you are still okay. And that could be something that you've been struggling with, something that you have to learn. That's probably a karmic lesson that you're learning this year, the new 7-year cycle that has started. It's you really putting in the work of having more stability and security in your life. okay, where you could weather the storms, and you're good with the storm, you're good without the storm, okay? Now, when it comes to love, in the beginning of your intuitive message, I did tell you that there were endings in relationships. So you've completed a cycle. You could have been dating somebody for 7 years, 7 months, 7 weeks, shoot, 7 days. Some of y'all could have been even just damn 7 minutes. But you may have looked, like, say for instance, you met a person and within the 7 minutes of you meeting them, you saw all the red flags that you needed. And you were like, no, I see what I see. I don't need to have this anymore. You're cut off. We don't need to even entertain each other anymore. For others of you, you may have been getting to know somebody for 7 weeks, 7 months, and it's like you started to see their true colors, and you're like, no, I'm good. Complete, cycles over, done. Okay, some of you, it may have took 7 years for you to realize that this person was not your person, all right? But I do see you've completed a relationship, a love relationship, something that you were holding on to dearly. You've learned the lessons now, and some of you, this person may have spent the block on you during this Mercury retrograde, because I'm filming this during a Mercury retrograde. And even if it's not a Mercury retrograde when you see this reading, you are still in this energy of being reminded that you completed a cycle with a person for a reason. Okay, there's a reason why it ended. There was a reason why you're no longer together. There are reasons why. Remember that. Okay, but because you completed this cycle, you have a new beginning. And I have the energy of this love relationship. You were making this person's burdens your burdens, and that had nothing to do with you. And you probably lost some money dealing with this mofo too. But with that said, this is why it ended, okay? And this is why you're starting from scratch. But let's get some homegirl advice for you guys. You guys haven't been taking your spiritual baths. You need to take some spiritual baths. You need to cleanse your energy, okay? It's time for you to outperform these bitches. It's time to get that old energy off of you, for you to step into your power and step into your work and your craft. And 1 year from now is at the bottom of the deck. So it may take up to a year from now for this to transpire in your life, or for you to finally release what it is that you need to release, heal whatever it is that you need to heal, to make things right with your family, okay? With your family and your friends, and coming together and healing these things. But let's get an oracle message for you. Pisces. Helpful person. Someone wants to help you. Think of whom that might be and initiate contact. You may have 2 or 3 friends, okay, whether they're males or females. You may have an older one, a younger one. I mean, for a lot of you guys, I do see like a close connection with 2 particular people who could be water signs like you, or you, it's like you're one of the water signs, and then you have another water sign and an earth sign that's within your crew, and it's like you guys, it's giving me the energy of support system, okay? You may have 2 siblings. It's like you and 2 siblings, so it's like 3 of you together, whether, you know, it's 3 sisters, 3 brothers, or a brother and a sister. Or I feel like you guys, I don't know, somebody maybe 2 siblings maybe, or 2 friends may be closer to each other than one other person, but it's like you guys are always connected. Seahorses may also be prominent in your life at this time, or the spiritual meaning of seahorses maybe, or even mermaids or fishes, okay? You may want to go to the ocean, okay? You may even find I can't say it, a seashell, because I'm thinking of that. You could be telling somebody about that Sally found seashells at the seashore, or whatever that little thing is, and it's hard for people to say it. Like, you could be doing something like that with somebody as well. And at the bottom here, we have music for manifestation. To manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. And when I was doing your intuitive message, I meant to say for you guys to listen to high vibrational frequencies when you're sleeping or when you're cleaning the house or when you're meditating. That may also be helpful for you. But Pisces, that was your reading. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.